Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints of this world, and to each of you divine souls watching this satsang. Today we will be studying Sutra number 12 of the Sadhana Pad from the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentary by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So Sutra number 12, let's chant it, says, Klesha Moolah Karmashayo Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. Let's repeat, Klesha Moolah Karmashayo Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. So klesha means afflictions. Mula means the root. Karmashayo is the receptacle of karma or the karmic impressions. Drishta is the seen of this birth, Adrishta, the unseen of births to come. Janma Vedaniyaha are to be experienced in different births. So what's the meaning of this sutra? It says, with the kleshas as the roots. By now, if you have been following all these sutras, you know the 5 kleshas, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesh, klesh, which are the problem of our human existence and the cause of our birth and death. So with the kleshas as the root, the karmic impressions give rise to fruits. And what are these fruits? They are painful or pleasurable fruits, bitter and sweet. They are to be enjoyed in the present birth as well as the future births. And the explanation, so as long as kleshas exist in the chitta, we call it mind stuff in English because we cannot translate mind, senses, intellect and unconscious ego into one English word, so therefore we use the word mind stuff, but generally in Sanskrit it's called chitta. So long the soul must continue to revolve in the cycles of birth and death to experience the fructification of karmas, and karmas are like potent seed state impressions that if germinated will crop up, they will sprout at some point, maybe now, maybe 10 years from now, maybe 20 lives from now. We don't know, and therefore this is why sage Patanjali is trying to say that learn how to extinguish the kleshas. And if you are new to this video, I strongly encourage you to watch my other videos on karma. How does karma work and its effects and its impacts. I think I have 2 or 3 videos in my channel, and if you and you may find those, and that will give you a much deeper insight into how karmas are created and how they work. And we may briefly touch upon those in the future as well. But if you are a serious yoga student and you're learning and you want to grow quickly and you want to establish your practice deeper, then you should watch all the videos that I have generated. They're generally very small, they're less than 10 minutes, and they are nuggets of deep insights, the essence of Sanatan Dharma as explained by our sages and saints. So in this case, the goal is to terminate the karmas and the kleshas that are coming through it. But the kleshas are at the root of the karmic involvement of the soul, and this is because of the presence of the kleshas. A person performs sakamya karma because they don't know any better. They have not taken the time to understand this rich nectar of wisdom of how these kleshas are working. Most people continue to think they are the body and they keep on reacting to the whims of the mind. And here sage Patanjali is dissecting every thought, and he's telling you how to solve those things at a much deeper level, at an unconscious level, which is much deeper than what psychiatrists and psychologists do, because some of them may have started to go into previous births, but this is all about mind stuff and how to understand the depths of your karmic involvement. So thereby it creates the subtle potency for future experiences of pleasure and pain. So if you are doing something with an expectation of a reward, then sometimes it goes in your favor, sometimes it does not, sometimes things work or they don't. And then when we die, these unsprouted seeds of pleasure and pain get again stuck to our unconscious, and at some point that chitta will sprout. These impressions will come up again. Therefore, Sage Patanjali is saying, identify the problem and find a cure now. The visible world in the present birth as well as the unseen worlds in future births, because we don't know where the future will end up unless we make a conscious effort to make our life holy, pure. So our conscious, subconscious, and he'll show us the way. Now to do or not to do, to follow or not to follow is entirely up to us. But if somebody is a serious aspirant, he has all the tools to end the cycle of birth and death in this very life. But then you have to make it the main focal point of your sadhana, of your achievement, and then God's grace and blessings come to you. It's not just hard work, it's a combination of many things that have to come together, but it's a blissful journey and you are going in the right direction. And even if you have future embodiments, if you have been doing this the right way, you start from where you left off. You don't have to start all over again. See, just like if you know how to swim, you will be able to swim several years later. If you know how to ride a bicycle, same thing here. Whatever achievements and whatever knowledge you have accumulated, you start from that point and you proceed further. That is the guarantee that is also clearly has been explained in Bhagavad Gita and every scripture of significance. So therefore the kleshas must be destroyed in order to attain liberation. So to get mukti, all the kleshas, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesh, abhinivesh, klesh has to be destroyed. And what does that really mean, liberation? That means you will never be born again, which means you have completed the task, you have gotten out of the circular path, which means you have united back to the universal energy we call God, or whatever name you want to call it, peace, happiness, that energy, perpetual heaven, whatever works for you. But in the end, what that means is that there is no more birth and death, there is no more pain, there is no more process of reincarnation. See, each sutra is full of wisdom, profundity, and this knowledge that we are all sharing together. And like I always guide you, if you like these videos, this is spiritual knowledge. So the more we share with everybody, the more we grow also, our community grows, and Sanatan Dharma also grows along with each of us. So let us bring more people in our fold, let us guide other people, become an instrument, if you will, to share what you are learning. If you're experiencing this peace, don't keep it just to yourself. Just like my guru has guided me to share it with others, I am guiding you the same way. Share it with others, with whatever you know. We are all on this journey together, and I hope and bless each of you that may you be strong, may you be powerful, and may you find peace within your heart, may you find the purpose of your life, and may you follow these sutras with sincerity, dedication, and faith. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.